Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Rich Taylor, with my co-host, Aaron Yeezy Yee. This is Spec Media and our flagship show, Topless, whatever you want to call it, By the Dip, episode 25 already, 25.1, but episode 25, that's crazy. We actually have some more. Aaron wasn't on it. It was me, but there's a few more episodes that are like secret episodes that I never uploaded. But yeah, this so we should be at like 28, but no, we're at 25.1. Thank you guys for joining us. Starting a little late tonight because I got a lot going on right here at home and with my career, and then also on top of that, Bryan is getting late over there. Beyond Wednesday is a little longer, or his show's going a little longer. He's getting done a little late, so we want to give him an opportunity to jump on the show with us because he likes hanging out. So let me introduce my co-host, Aaron Yeezy Yee. What's up, Aaron? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Ready for Juneteenth tomorrow. I have the day off from school, so I don't have to go to work.
So I understand what Juneteenth is, but like when did they start doing Juneteenth? Like when did it become a federal holiday or whatever? Is it a federal holiday?
National holiday now?
Yeah. Are the post office and banks open?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, Ferd, don't you work in a bank or at?
No, he's a mortgage broker. So he's a broker, so he doesn't work at the bank. I work at a bank. I'm a banker.
There you go. Bank's closed.
But it's not checking savings bank. What was that?
He's saying bank's closed, and Wookie Father saying federal. So it's a federal holiday. There we go.
Gotcha. Good. Thank you.
Oh, no, he does. I don't understand. Oh, because finance never closes.
Yeah, finance never closes because, well, finance. Ferdy, you told me you worked at a broker. That's not a bank. You know it. But yeah, when you work, it doesn't matter if you're a broker or a banker. I'm a banker. We both have banking licenses, but he works for a broker. So, or I guess he works at a bank now. Last time I talked to him, he worked for a broker. So I guess he got a new job. But yeah, so I always say this to so many people in mortgage or any kind of freaking phone sales that you need to get a hold of people. The best times to work are on the holidays and on the weekends because that's when everybody's home and they're going to answer the phone. I would say 95% of all mortgage loan originators, bankers, they don't walk into their bank and get a loan. They typically are doing it on the internet or the phone. So, yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Double click that notification bell to all so you don't miss any content forthwith. Leave us a comment. Let's chop it up or a question, what have you. I'm working on membership tiers right now for all you guys. I just did I just put some tentative stuff up there. I got to talk to Aaron about it. Probably going to need about an hour of his time, maybe two. But we'll get to that pretty soon, and we're going to be hooking you guys up. And I'm going to make sure that if we do this member stuff, that you guys are definitely getting your bang for the buck because you're investing in us. You're investing in Aaron and I, or in Spec Media, and we want to make sure you get a nice return on that investment. Does that make sense?
Oh, I have an idea then for the first 30 or 32.
Is this a funny joke or is this serious? If it's serious, hold it till the end of the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I knew you come up with stuff. You always do. Spidey Guy Murphy, what up, man? Murphy says, good evening to all the cool cats in the chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Ferdy says, hurry up, geese. Spidey Guy Murph. Oh my God. Yeah, I saw Teoscar hit that grand slam, and my dad's going crazy over there. So hell yeah. Let's see here. And then Ferdy's laughing. He's lulling us. Rich, what's up? What up, Wookie Fodder, man? Thanks for joining us. Jersey the Bay in the house says, yo, he's got some helicopters. He's got a guitar. He's got, I think, like a guy throwing a disket or whatever those things, shot put. And then some guy in a boat, maybe? I don't know. Duke Shepard says, what up, guys? Fur says, yup. Duke says, yeah. I think we were talking about the bank stuff. Ferdy says, no work for me. And then Wookie Fodder says, I'm off. Also, I will celebrate anything that gives me a day off. Yes, it's a federal holiday. Interesting. Banks closed, all caps. I'm federal. Nice, 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 nice. See, okay. Enough of this damn. I shouldn't even have brought it up. I do work at a big federal holiday. Oh, 2021. Okay, that's why I was asking. I was wondering because remember May of 2020 when all that shit was going down with all those freaking riots and stuff. Like I was getting flashbacks of when I was a freshman in high school. I was a freshman in high school when the LA riots happened, and my dad, Portland was playing LA. I think it was game 1 in LA, the Lakers. And this is when Magic was on the team. That was 92. So that was the year they went to the Bull. They played the Bulls and the Bulls beat them like, I think like 4-1. But anyways, it was the first round. They were playing Portland. And my dad said that all these people were coming in the LA riots, like broken windows. There was one guy that had half a brick in his car. His window was half broken. He had blood down his face, all this crazy stuff. If you don't know, the Forum is in Inglewood, which is really close to South Central LA. So Wilbert in the house. Appreciate you, brother. Time to buy more books. Yes, sir. Hey guys, Planet Arizona on an old channel on vacation in Vancouver for mine and my wife's 25th anniversary. Wow, congratulations, Jeff. All right, Planet AZ in the house. Ferdy's ha-haing, and as long as Yee gives out free books.
Okay. Oh man. So I got so my room got remodeled. So I'm getting to reorganize my entire room. So I can't wait to take like the finished picture of like all my comics and like records, like everything I have accumulated over the years in like one pick.
Dude, we're gonna get to the list. Just hang in there. But I got to tell you guys. So I'm going on Whatnot, and I am literally clearing out my entire collection because I want to start over. So I spent. My dog is very sick. He's probably in his last few days. So, and each day it just gets progressively worse, and it's really sad. So, been incredibly bored editing videos, making content, stuff like that. But I just can't keep my eyes. I completely changed my entire house. Everything is like padded off because he went blind, and then he got his vision back. Then he went blind again. It's just a bunch of crap. But anyways, long story short, yeah. I am going to go on Whatnot. I am going to be on Whatnot tomorrow, and I'm doing my stacker sales. And I went ahead and organized all the books. So I was like, okay, any of this, if this book is a cosmic, like, you know, people are into specking in a cosmic, it's going over here. New Supernatural over here, from Golden Age to modern. Avengers, mutants, and Deadpool, you know, stuff like that.
And your stackers are crazy. I remember watching your stackers and like, what the hell is Richie putting in next? I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, I honestly, I made good money, but I lost a lot. I mean, I did lose a lot of money if you look at dollars and cents wise, from a yield spread, you know, a yield spread premium of how much I invested because of those stackers. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, you guys got a good deal, but also so I can make a little bit of money because it's hard work. So I know this time around, I'm probably going to lose a lot of money, and it's all good. I don't care. I just want to start over, and yeah, I just want to start over. So that's it. Hey, Wookie Fodder and Wilbur's $4.99 super chat says, hell yeah, membership. Shut up and take my money. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll activate the memberships as soon as I can get with Aaron. I just need him. I want to talk about it with him, and if he okays it, or if he has something to add, like he was talking about earlier, then we'll go and adjust accordingly. And then we'll launch next week in the show. So Ronnie in the house got his wrench back. Hi, guys. Mojo, oh, snap, I'm late. For all my IG people, Instagram, I see Matt DeVoe's up there. Thank you, Matt, for watching us. It means so much. Barry Gapster, what up, man? There's a lot of people, a lot of our friends on Instagram. I can't really go back and forth on the IG to read the comments. So if you guys want, just hit my link tree and top the show's top thumbnail. You'll come right in if you guys want to hang out on YouTube. But if you just want to chill on IG, that's totally fine. But don't think I'm ignoring you, just to let you know. Jeff Oh, so sorry to hear about your dog. Yeah. I will talk about it later. I don't want to get emotional. I'm a little pussy when it comes to crying. Stackers, $2. Yes, Stackers. Thank you, Ferdy, for the super chat for $2. That means a lot,
super
bro.
chat. Hell
Yeah, seriously, bro. I mean, because of that $2, now I can retire. See you later. No, I'm kidding. No, but I love you, bro. You're the best. Seriously, you are the best. And then Duke Shepard.
Let's get first channel to 1,000.
Yeah, we're gonna get first channel to the 1,000, but the first thing we need to do with Ferd is we need to get him back on the show, and then I need to get with Ferd, me and you, Ferd, and I need to show you how. I need to work on your SEO. Your channel is way lagging in SEO, and your content is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and work with you on that, and I think we can get you to 1,000 a lot faster than you think. So keep that in mind. Jeff says freeing up money is very important. It's nearly impossible to make a profit on every investment. 100%. And yeah, I'm so rude. Cool. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go. And then before we get into it, our sponsor is Gemini Comic Supply. Make sure you're using Gemini Comic Supply for all your raw comics, slabs. They have slab mailers too, and magazine size collectible literature. Use the code popcorn99. You'll get 10% off your next purchase. It always works. There's a bonus code for your buddy. SSP, like super short print 99. You'll get 10% off for him too, and he can use it as much as he wants. All right, let's get into the list. Let's bring Aaron up and let's go. Let's start with last week's House of Stein Hot 10 by the Dip list. Every Friday night, you can catch Ben and me, Bryan, Aaron, Red Hood, and we go over 4 lists. We go over, stuff that's happening in the community. We have some new stuff we're working out. We're also Bryan and I are also going to be putting together a lot of short form content on both of our shows. So make sure you're subbed up to the House of Stein YouTube channel. So let's get into the honorable mentions from last week's list. We're looking at One Punch Man, the free comic book day edition. What's going on here, Aaron?
Yeah, so I saw a sale of $200. It was kind of funny. This has been the all-time low sale of the year at $200. For the 90-day fair market value, it's $283, and for the high for this year, it's $438. The numbers were pretty much the same last year as this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I went a year before to 2022, where it had an all-time high of $525 with a low of $137.
So you're saying that are you saying you did that because there wasn't many sales, or you just wanted to kind of just report on that?
Well, it's a kind of report on the difference, right?
Right.
That there's no point of repeating the same numbers if it's the same from this year to last year. I mean, it's showing steady, right? I mean, it definitely is dropping in price, but I mean, at the same time, we haven't, we heard the announcement of a live action One Punch Man, but still, no more news than that. So I'm guessing it got shelved or something like that.
Shout out to Triple Dodgeball Sam. He was a co-host on my channel at the beginning. We did a show called Hump Day Heroes on Wednesdays before Bryan had his Wednesday review show, and he did the manga anime segment. He knows so much, and it was an awesome segment if you're into that or if you want to learn. He talked about that exactly what you were talking about. But this was in 21 and 22, or mid 22. So I don't know what happened since then. But you did mention I want to bring something up. So I asked you went into 2022. Was that because there's not a lot of sales? And then you said something about repeating. I don't understand. Could you
wait? The numbers were the same. The highs and the lows of 2024 and 2023 are about the same. Like, so the low of 2023 was $200. And the high right now of 2023 was like 400 and something, like 400 or something like that.
And you said it's selling for how much now?
200 was the last sale. So that's the lowest that's been this year.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted this book. I'm not.
I mean, really, but you also have 2 first American appearances in comics: My Hero Academia and One Punch Man. like I would say those are probably one of the more popular animes behind Dragon Ball Z. That's something that's like currently ongoing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys look at the image for the honorable mentions, I did put because of this book. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Let's move on. This is the second honorable mention from the House of Stein by the dip list from last week, the House of Stein YouTube channel. We're looking at Spawn, number 175. What's going on here, Aaron?
So Spawn 175, second appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. A CGC 98 last sold for $355. It currently has a 90-day fair market value of $392. It had a high of $450 in 2024, and it's had a low sell of $327. In 2023, we had an all-time high of $550 and a low of $309.
Gotcha. And you said it's selling for how much?
It last sold for $355.
$355, and you said the low last year was $209.
Last year's low was $309.
Oh, $309.
$309.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't really know a lot about Spawn. I mean, I have a lot of Spawn books, a lot of rare ones, but I never read Spawn. Probably should. I mean, see, I feel like he's getting more Spawn's getting more popular.
It's always had a strong cult following, in my opinion. Especially like it definitely like spoke to the outcast crowd, like the alt edge whatever lifestyle from when like we were like since 90s to even now, right?
Yeah.
Like you have hellish images and they're advertising for corn, stuff like that, whatever. So
yeah,
I mean it's smart, but
yeah,
compared to like what you see in normal everyday like superhero comics or whatever else, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good call. All right, let's move on to the list. This is By the Dip, episode 25. This is our, I know I was going to do 10, but we're going to start doing the long form. So we're going to start doing that depending on how many we do on the House of Stein. So basically what that means is that if we end up doing just 2 on House of Stein, or let's say 2 like this, we'll use them as 2 honorable mentions. If we do 5 like we normally do on House of Stein, then we'll work it out. And then I just want to make sure that we do 10 books. I mean, there will be sometimes once in a while that we'll just do the normal 5, but I like the long. I got so many compliments and feedback from the long form. So I'm thinking that maybe that is it. And then we'll start a little earlier so Aaron doesn't have to be here that long because he has to work typically the next day. So, all right, let's move on to number 5. We're looking at Amazing Spider-Man issue number 101, specifically in a CGC 9.2. As you guys know, I go through all the grades. Shout out to Cover Price. I use Cover Price mainly, and then I polish it off with 130-point Terapeak. But so thank you, Matt DeVoe, for inventing Cover Price. I love that site. So we're looking at a CGC 9.2, went through all the grades. This is the biggest drop that I could see that I would be. For me, I would be happy with an ASM 101 on my budget. Does that make sense? Like for me, I don't want an ASM 101 at a 5.5. I don't want an ASM 101 at a 9.8 because I don't have the money. It's just not even feasible. So I would find something that is reachable for you guys. So we're looking at a CGC 9.2. First cover appearance of Morbius. I'm looking at a 9-month average of March of 2023 through around Christmas time of 2023. Average fair market value for this book in a CGC 9.2, $2,100, even multiple sales. Yeah. About a year later, on the 90-day from March 2024 to June 2024, average fair market value now $1,533 US. This book is down in fair market value at or about 27%. I think that's 27. Is it 27 or 21? Man, I use this font called Bangers, and the 7 and the 1 look the same. But yeah, it's 27. No, it's yeah, it's 27%. That's right. 27%. 2100. I'm doing it in my head. Yes, 27%. Aaron, do you like this character outside of the Sonyverse catastrophe?
I did enjoy the Morbius in the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. So that I thought that was a good representation.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I never saw the movie or whatever with Jared Leto, so I don't know. So I don't kind of make judgments on movies until I see them.
Okay.
Whether it's bad or good anyways, like I'll still watch it eventually.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I've watched that movie twice. It's really like the acting is I thought it was good, but I just thought, I mean, outside of Jared Leto, I thought the acting wasn't that good. And I thought they casted wrong characters for actors for characters too, you know? Just didn't
I
fit
never
to
thought
me.
Jared Leto was a good actor.
Oh, I think he's good. I mean, he has his moments, so I know where you're coming from on that.
Like, I enjoyed watching Requiem for a Dream, you know. But to me, I think he peaked out there. Even though that was like one of his break.
Have you seen The Little Things with Denzel Washington?
I have not.
Jared Leto? He's really good in that. It's a recent movie from 2022, I believe.
I'll check it
I
out.
highly suggest it. The ending isn't the cliffhanger that I thought it was, but yeah, he's really good in that. He plays a serial killer in that. So
cool.
All right, let's move on, and I'll hit the chat in a minute, guys. Just hang in there. I'm not ignoring you. Number 4, we're looking at Black Panther, issue number 2 from the 2005 series. I believe that's volume 2, but it could be 3. I don't know. First appearance of Shuri, the sister of T'Challa. We're looking at this book in a CGC 9.8, 6-month average from April 2023 throughout October of 2023. Average value was $210, and it had already drastically dropped. But we did have 2 high sales, one for $265 and $280. So if you look at that number and you know anything about math, you know that there were some real low sales too.
Yeah.
Peaks and valleys, as Aaron would say. Now we're looking at a 90-day average of March 2024 throughout this month of 2024. Average value now $117 with a low sale of $89 in a CGC 9.8.
Oh wow, $89 in the 9.8.
Are you moving on this book ever? Just ever? Or like it doesn't matter if it's 30, 40, $50 or because of all the Shuri Black Panther stuff, or let's say you don't care. Is this the right price point for you?
Do anything under 100 that's like a first appearance key.
Mm-hmm.
I think never hurts to pick up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's the easy buy at $89, right?
Yeah, I mean, $89 low sale. There was actually a low sale. There was an 89, and I think that the other one was like 97, and then all the rest of them were like between 115 and 130. I tried to look up the newsstands at first because I'd rather have this book in a newsstand, but there's just not many sales for that. So,
I mean, for like for $100, like I don't feel like that's ever a bad pickup.
Yeah, I agree. 117. I'm on this all day. I will probably pay up to 125 for this, and if I can probably get this lower than 100, then I'll probably just jump off the computer now and buy. Wait, hang on. I'm kidding. All right. Yeah. Is she still Black Panther in the MCU?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, why wouldn't she be?
I don't know. I mean, has she died? Was there any news saying that she was going to change? Because a lot of things have changed. I mean,
she was at the end of the movie.
What?
Last.
No, but I'm talking. I mean, the movie came out before there was a writer's strike, right? And a Screen Actors Guild. Now a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed. So I was wondering if they ended up being recasted. Is she being put like is Shuri Black Panther just putting? Is she in the back put on the back burner by the MCU? Are they recasting T'Challa and they're going to plan on killing her? You haven't heard anything?
Did she do something crazy during that time period? Like where she was
She
doing
tweeted some crazy stuff. Yep.
Okay, so
We were
I
in
don't
flip side.
know.
Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I remember she was saying something, but I don't remember exactly what, and I don't care at this point. So, are they just waiting until her contract expires then at that point?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about Shuri Black Panther in the MCU now since the writer's strike. I haven't heard. I know I know a lot of stuff what's going on in the MCU. I just haven't heard anything. This has been crickets with her. So I wanted to know if she's not going to be around or if they're going to recast T'Challa or I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this book. If I could get this between $89 to $117, I'm a buyer all day. I think it'll rebound eventually. Probably not soon, but eventually it will rebound. And there should be a nice little equity stake for you there.
I mean, that was always my favorite thing to do was buy in at books at $100. Like, because it never really hurts. Like $100, right?
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it like a ton of times, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you do it every once in a while, like once a month, like that's never really that big of a gamble to me.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. It's a good little habit to have.
It's better than drugs.
It's better than buying raw. You know, like what $40,
Oh yeah, get
$50
that guaranteed 90.
pressing and hoping you get that 9.8. You know, it's a
Well,
lot of
yeah,
work.
like if you include all that, right? Pressing, like shipping, like in all directions, pressing grading fees, right? And then where you at that point in time? You're already probably like at $65.
Yeah, it's just not worth it for me. I'd rather if it's going to be basically what it costs to grade, and ship. I'd rather just pick up the 9. It's not like I'm going to read it anyways. It's a key book. I'll probably go digital anyways, right?
Right.
So, all right, let's move on. We're looking at number 3 on this episode 25 by the Dip List. A favorite of mine. I wish I owned it still. I know Ferdy loves this book. War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. This is issue number 2. This is the Ron Lim 1 in 25 retailer incentive, specifically in a CGC 9.8. As you guys know, this came out like around Memorial Day weekend of 2019. The orders by retailers are cut drastically than in issue 1. I think I saw Comic Con said something around 20K versus like 67 and 68K on number 1. Remember, in issue 1, Swordmaster's only on the cover, on some of the covers, not in the guts. This one, he is actually in the guts, and I like how Matt DeVoe's cover price worded it. Called it a first full Swordmaster because he's on the cover, not in the story, in the panels, in the continuity of issue 1, but he shows up here in the guts, in the continuity, and on the cover. So I like the way you worded it. So we're going to go with first full Swordmaster Len Lee before he was Iron Fist. We're looking at a 90-day average, February of 2023. It's just not a lot of sales. I had to go deep on this one. I had to hit all the marketplaces too. February 2023 throughout May of 2023 on the 90-day average value was $500, and it was a pretty solid number on this book. A month after that, I went on the 12-month average because that's how, like I said, I had to go deep. Average value now $305. This book is currently down at or about 40%. I like it. I'm a buyer.
Nice.
What do you think?
I'd like to see 250 before I would move on it. I mean, I know like that's already incredibly low, but and I guess it doesn't show up to market very often, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not the best cover, but it is a Ron Lim cover, and I personally I think is one of his better covers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the problem with me waiting to 250 on this is that, you know, I've been hearing so many little, or I've been catching so many little breadcrumbs on these Southeast Asian characters that are coming to the MCU, and also Iron Fist is supposed to be coming to the MCU. We know Len Lee now is Iron Fist in the comics, and he's a good Iron Fist too. I'm reading it; it's really good. So I wouldn't want to take a chance and wait to 250. I think 305, especially when it doesn't come to market that much. If it was coming to market and I could see this book like, you know, selling on a normal basis, Aaron's onto something. I probably would wait till 250, but 305, I'm a buyer on this book, and I'm just not going to take any chances because that thing is way down. There's Ferdy right there. He said, "Yes."
Oh yeah, I guess you couldn't ask for more than a 40% discount, really. In all reality, right?
Exactly. Graded too.
Like 50 can be pushing it too much.
Yeah. I like I said, I've talked to Ferdy about this book multiple times. When I met Ferdy, we talked about this book for like 20 minutes. And I was like, man, you know, I don't hate Ron Lim. I respect Ron Lim. I just, his art's not for me. It's just very plain. And I was like, man, this is one of his best covers. And then plus on top of that, we actually get Swordmaster Lindley in the guts because I think that's very important. But okay, I'm gonna hit the chat here. First Spider going down big time, like a lot of keys. Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago. I'll check the data as well. What female character do you guys think is a good play? So I think Silk's a good play. I mean, her books are way down right now. Gwenpool's a good play.
I would think female X-Men characters.
Female X-Men characters, but I just think they're too high right now after the series. I would probably wait a little bit. You had a long period where you could have had every X-Men key for fraction of the cost.
I think there's some like obscure ones that almost like random ones that you could kind of just pick out of the lineup that haven't been seen before that probably have a chance of showing up at MCU, right? Because Marvel always tends to do that, just picking like B, C, D characters and making them into A characters.
Yeah. Wilbur says, I wouldn't give you 2 dead flies for a Shuri book. Love Wilbur. Smokey, he says he's talking about Shuri right here. 89 too high, and I disagree. But Smokey, he is like he's the realist like Wilbur. He's a realist like Wilbur. So, and he says she's not in the books, hasn't been in a while. They're more likely going to recast before they try to use her again. Oh, okay, that's good info. Planet AZ says Jeffrey Fonzo, newsstands way to go on the first Shuri. And then we're talking about Swordmaster. Freddie loves it. Parker Rizzo's talking about Spider-Gwen. So I'll look up. Hey, you guys, just to let you know, if you want to submit a book you think that should be talked about, that is down in value, you think it might be a good buying opportunity, or maybe down in value that a lot of people are starting to talk about, and you still don't think it's a good opportunity, maybe wait or just stay away completely. Submit those books or submit your information to specmedia@gmail.com, and we will go over them, and if we use your book, it'll be on our list and then you'll get a shout out. So all right, let's go on to number 2. We're looking at Daredevil issue number 1, specifically in a CGC 85 from 1964, volume 1. This is your first appearance, first cover, partial origin, and yellow suit. First of Daredevil. We're looking at Matthew Murdock. We're looking at March 2023 through June 2023. Average, what does this say? Average fair market value was $15,600 for a CGC 85. I know a lot of you are ho-humming right now, like, Who the fuck can afford that?
Oh, let me just pull that out of my imaginary money tree.
But we want to cater to everybody as well, because there are some people with deep pockets that don't really screw around with $100-$200 books. So I wanted to go ahead and put this on there as well. If you're looking for this holy grail, this is a good grade to have it in my opinion. And this grade is down. Let me explain. We're looking at a 90-day average from March this year through this month. Now, $10,900. That's 10.9K. This Holy Grail in the CGC 85 is down at or about 31%. Aaron, and if you had the money, would you do it? Or are you still waiting?
I kind of miss the days when this book was like pretty much like $1,000 a point. And I felt like that was a good buy-in point period, because this was always, to me, like following the different Silver Age keys, I think this was always the lowest out of all of them. That came out in that in the 60 period, right? From like 62 all the way to, I don't know, we'll say 66.
And then right? Netflix happened, right?
Huh?
And then Netflix happened. The Netflix series happened.
I would say that gave it a bump, but I don't think it's what launched it to the moon.
Interesting.
I think it price corrected at that point in time with the Daredevil launch, and then as the popularity grew of Daredevil, because you're talking about a Silver Age book, there's only so many copies. You have more fans with deeper pockets, and so you have a bigger pool now wanting to play in a smaller sandbox or whatever, or limited size sandbox.
Interesting. Let's see here.
Oh, Joe saying I would get Charlie Cox to sign it. Would you really?
Well,
would you get it? I mean, because actors do sign Silver Age comics all the time because of their first appearance and stuff like that. I personally wouldn't, just because the actor could do something crazy.
Well, you heard about what happened this weekend, right? Was it Heroes Con this last weekend?
I did not hear what happened at Heroes Con. What happened? Was
Charlie Cox. I don't know if it was at Heroes Con or just around the same time, but just last week, Charlie Cox signed a Daredevil 1, and Twitter went crazy. They're all these comic book community people are pissed about it. I don't know why.
But I mean, have you not seen like Tom Holland signed like AF-15s? Or I'm not saying I agree with that, but I mean, there are copies out there like that.
Right. Yeah, I would. I don't care what anybody says. I'd be down to get Charlie Cox to sign this thing, because I think Charlie Cox is a good Daredevil. I don't necessarily like the new way they're going. I do like the fact they can bring back the yellow suit. I just don't like I don't know. I just thought the whole She-Hulk series made him kind of look like a chump. Like he does the one night stand with the She-Hulk, right? And with Jen it was her name, Jen Walters, right? And
Walters, yeah,
Jeff. And then somebody comes home and he has to sneak out of the house. I think it was her like roommate. I don't remember what it was. And they show during She-Hulk, during that one night stand with Matt Murdock, they show him in his yellow. I think he had to run, like he heard with his ears. He heard a crime happening, so he had to bail. In the morning, they show him in his full suit, and he has no shoes on. And he's carrying his tennis shoes, and he looks like he's like 5'4". I thought, I was like, man, I can't believe they just did that to Daredevil's look. I mean, I know it's supposed to be quirky and funny, but that's just too much. That's overkill. Did you see that? Did you see that when they did that?
I thought it was kind of funny. Ha ha ha. I mean, I didn't take it too serious. I didn't read too much into it.
It's not about reading too much into it. It's just about, hey, Daredevil's a badass. They finally brought him to the MCU before they even announced the Netflix canon. They're bringing the yellow suit back, and then all of a sudden he's walking while people were walking their poodles. He's walking, doing the walk of shame with no shoes, and he's holding sneakers. That makes him look like a chump. It doesn't make him look like the coveted Matt Murdock fucking badass Daredevil. That's just, I don't know. I thought it was stupid. But Jersey Bay says, for the show and the chat 3 days in San Diego, what beach or beaches do I go to? I'll hit you up, Jersey. I'll tell you everything you should know. I'll make some calls too, make sure you guys get make sure you and your people get some discount passes, and also maybe some free meals and or some kind of VIP stuff outside of the con, of course, because I have a lot of people down there. I would get Charlie Cox to sign it. Yeah. Someday did that, the Charlie Cox thing. Okay, so someday did that, the Charlie Cox thing. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, the Charlie Cox signature. Yeah, for sure.
It's permit somebody.
Yeah.
Says someday.
Yeah. If they had a fax, I'd have them sign that. I don't know about signing the real deal. Hell no. Oh, a facsimile. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would. I see what you guys are saying. Yeah. So just in case I don't want to get misconstrued here, but yeah, I'm not looking to get Charlie Cox or anybody to touch this grail with anything more than a press and an encapsulation. But let's say, if I was going to get something signed, let's say I had like a beat up copy that presents well or whatever.
He can sign the case.
Copy, then I'd be down to get Charlie Case to do it.
He can sign the case. That's it. I won't let him sign the book.
Nice. Wilbur says, Simp Devil doing the walk of shame. Exactly. Straight simping. Chad Cave, I used to hang out Silver Strand Beach. Is that the nude beach? No, that's Black's Beach. Facsimile, yes. La Jolla is nice too. Yes, it is. Jersey to the Bay, Chad K, thumbs up. Not for the con. I wish this trip is in August. Yeah, so we'll get you hooked up. You like betting horses? I'll get you hooked up at Del Mar Racetrack. I'll get you VIP, upper clubhouse, turf club, get you up front valet parking. It'll all be free. Plus my dad, he's got good horses. Axe leg. We almost hit the freaking Kentucky Derby. We lost by this much. But I'll make sure you're hooked up. Get at me. Parker Rizzo says, a tough book in high grade that I think is a great spec is X-Men 107 First Full Star Jammers and Imperial Guard First Gladiator. Thank you for that. Great info.
That's a good one.
Heading out to some dinner. Planet AZ. Jeffrey Fonzo says it's 9:15. The sun's still up. I'll catch the rest of the replay. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go start at 8:30. Some other reasons too, but yeah, good call on that one. And Shane says, finally catching you Legends live while at work. Thank you. Appreciate you. I don't know about Legends, but really appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much and welcome.
I just started podcasting yesterday. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
It feels like that though.
All right, let's go to the last book, the number one book on Buy the Dip that is down in fair market value that could or could not, in your opinion, but could be a good buy for an equity stake. Short or long term.
But big shout out to Manny Comics that brought this to my attention in a group chat.
Manny Comic Collector?
Yeah.
Manny the Comic Collector. So shout out to Manny the Comic Collector for bringing this to the forefront. Let's go. We're looking at Extreme Venomverse, issue number 4. This is a 1 in 25. I think I spelled it wrong. Is it Okazaki or Ozaki? How do you say his last name? I think I spelled it wrong. But and we're not looking at Raw. I didn't have enough time. We're just going to look at CGC 9/8. So just keep that in mind. First appearance and cover of Necroco. There's also the first appearance of Venom War. And then there's just because I've read that book 5 times. The first story is really stupid. It's it's a flower and a piece of symbiote falls from space onto Earth into this lotus flower, and it turns into a symbiote flower. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's just no words. There's no dialogue. It's just all pictures. But anyways, yeah, so we're looking at a 90-day average of July 2023 throughout October of 2023. Average fair market value for this book on a CGC 9/8, $265 US. High sales of $400 and $375. There was actually another sale That was $3.99, but I didn't put it on there because it was first to market. So, yeah, this is a very cool book. I love this character. This character's badass. She eats the bullies in school. It's kind of a corny, quirky story, but her origin kind of deal. I don't know her origin, but what I read in this book, she seems fun. I really hope Marvel doesn't drop the ball on this one, especially if you have symbiote burn. This is a good one. This will refresh your symbiote likiness. Now we're looking at the same book.
Is she actually a Sailor Moon character?
What do you mean?
Like, is she? Because isn't she like a Sailor Moon character that got that the symbiote took over? Is that what it is, or is that what she is?
I don't know what a Sailor Moon character is. Can you explain?
Like Sailor Moon is like the anime.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it is drawn like an anime. Yeah, it is kind of drawn like
no, it's a specific anime like that's historically. It's gone on as long. It's like Dragon Ball Z for girls. It's the easiest way I can explain it.
I don't know anything about manga or anime, so I cannot tell you. But maybe the chat let us know. But yeah, I love this character. Hang on, I'm just uploading this new slide real quick. I love this character. The story's great, and let's see where we're at right now. We're looking at March 2024 through June 2024 on the 90-day average for CGC 98. First appearance, first cover, Nekroco, $125 with low sales of 67, 90, and 113. 67 sale was on Mercari. Was on Mercari? Yeah, Mercari. 90 and 113 on eBay. But 125 right now is the price point. That's the average price point. I think that's a nice price point for this in CGC 98. And just to let you know, there were 3 sales in the last, I would say, 30 days for around 118. So you should be able to get it even lower than that. Are you a buyer here, Aaron?
I like this book for the idea of that if Marvel and DC are going to try to win over a new generation of readers, that it has to be through the manga anime crowd somehow, like to kind of meld the two in between. So like, not only do they start reading comics of the, this mixed genre, right? But also like some of the classic stories too, as well, that we all grew up on, in the generation before and generation before, whatever. So if that is like somewhat successful, or just like getting bigger numbers into comics again, or / a new generation, then I think it's going to be through that. And then this is one of those staple characters that people remember, even though they've done other Marvel manga, whatever. That generation's not going to care about it. They're going to care about, what they could relate to growing up on whatever. And so I think it'll help them in the long run, if all this is kind of successful.
Gotcha. Wilbur says, hell yeah, Nekroco for the win. I'm buying all 9/8s. 125s around $125. All right. Good man. Jersey the Bay says this is the only cover out of her 4 that I haven't picked up. Pretty sure she's only on 4. I think she's only on 2 covers, actually, the cover A and this one. Because there is a single cover. There is an open to order cover with Venom of War, that priest character Venom, and there's some other weird character. I don't know, but and I don't think there was a store variant for this as well, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think there was either.
Smokey says lies, lol. He lolls again. And then I want to go ahead and welcome my main man Don Santos. He owns a comic book shop online. It's called Sniff Comics. Just like it's spelled, www.sniffcomics. Dude, he's got all the hot keys from the last, since 2013 to present day of all the books that pops, and good prices, good deals. So
yeah,
make sure.
I used to buy a lot of comics from him back before I was on podcasting.
Yeah, Don's a good guy. He's actually, you know what's funny is he was one of the guys that taught me how to speculate. I didn't know how to speculate. And when I met him like that, and I mean, I knew how to speculate, but I just wasn't good at all. I was just like lost. And he kind of took me to the side and was like, "Hey, this," and I kind of just like followed his way. So never since then we've been friends. We were in Facts together. He's a really good dude. He has his own comic book group on Discord and I think Facebook group. And yeah, so sniffcomics.com and give him a follow on IG. AOA is not here, unfortunately, or to give the links, but yeah. Igor's in the house. He says Beyond Wednesday raid. All right, cool, awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bryan. Beyond Wednesdays. Welcome, Beyond Wednesdays. We're at the end of our show. I believe we're just heading out here. Lord Brooklyn, what up, man? He says Swarm. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And Jersey Bay says 4 covers sold. Yeah, we talked about that. Anything else you like about this book, Aaron?
Cool cover. I don't know.
Cool cover. I'm wondering about. I've been wondering this while. I wonder what the availability is, what the retailer orders were on this book. Because I feel like there was just so many sales of this 1 in 25. I mean, there's just so many sales, but a lot of those sales could have been from people switching hands, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I remember one dealer had like a stack of them, right? Mm-hmm. Like we all remember that infamous picture of when it first was releasing, like someone had like 10 copies or more.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple people like that, right? So, I guess as the demand lessens, like, people aren't going to care as much, right?
Yeah. Good point. And you create a show called By the Dip? No.
And then you slowly sell more copies. No, I'm sure.
I don't own one book on this list.
I actually don't own this. I don't own this book either.
No. So that's the whole point. Typically, we don't own these books, and we want to see if it's. We want to share what we found, our data wise, and see if you want to own it.
And then also, I should say, I've never owned this book as well. Like,
I own cover A. I don't own any other covers. So
yeah.
All right, and that is it for By the Dip. Aaron, you got any pickups?
Oh, yes, I do. Pickups. So I picked up this jaw card. It's a Spectra from 2020 or 2020-21, and it's a numbered out of 49. I have the 1 of 1, so I was like, well, if I can slowly pick up the rainbow at this point, like, why not? Just add to it. Nice. I did get this back from eBay authentication, so I was really stoked on this. This is why I haven't really made any purchases recently. Plus, on top of like saving like money for San Diego, I picked up a Jaw Kaboom.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, so this is 2023 to 2024. The current set from what is it? Crown Royale.
Can I see the can I see it again? I want to see how they drew. Yeah, the kabooms. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. What? And then, if you don't mind, what did you pay for it?
I paid less than the cost of a box of cards for this. So if you're not familiar with this format, it's a hobby format. There's 8 cards per pack, and so
they're die cut, right?
Yeah, and they're all die cut.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like one auto on average or something like that. So if you hit a kaboom, you can always like kind of tell because you can see the sparkly edges on the side.
Yeah.
All the other cards are die cut. So I paid less than the price of a hobby box at the time when I bought it, which was $500. So I paid less than that. So I was really happy about that. So I was like, kind of like, oh, instead of gambling and ripping a box, I can just buy the case hit of the player I want. So
awesome.
So this is going in my next PSA submission.
Awesome.
Yeah. So when he gets healthy, I'll sell one of them.
Well, I have a lot of pickups, but they're not here in the mail yet. I did get a 1 in
Oh,
25 for issue 2. I pre-ordered issue 2 for Blood Band, the red band, and my order got allocated. And then
I picked up these in the comic
nice.
book shop. The 6 print.
Let me see. Oh, nice. Those I like though. I like the 6 print. It's clean. That's
Yeah.
Scarlet Spider, right?
Yep.
That's
So
way
6
better.
print Scarlet Spider. I mean, like, I was like, why not? Like, they were really good condition. I assume the store bought 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of my stuff's not here, but anyways, I got a 1 in 25 for Red Band 2, and I was so excited to get it. And the guy allocated my order. I pre-ordered it. I was kind of bummed, and then he came back to me and he's like, "Hey, I watched the Hawk 10. I Spec Media that year." Like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh," and he goes, "I'm gonna send you over my copy," and I added a Red Band for issue 1. I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, dude! You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Hell yeah, hell yeah." It got delivered, right? And it got lost.
No way.
So
That's crazy.
I that day that it was, or I wouldn't say that day, the day before, because the postal service now, they deliver on Sundays in my area, and I didn't even know that. But and it's not your usual carrier. It's like some weird truck or whatever. But anyways, long story short, I dropped my phone, cracked it, and I had to do a Shurion claim, and I took it over there in like 5-6 miles in Seal Beach to get it fixed, and it's going to take a couple days. So I was using my backup iPhone XR, and I wasn't getting notifications, so I didn't get the UPS or the Postal Service notification, and so it might have sat out there for a couple hours, but still, I mean, I've never had anything stolen from my stuff, like never. So I made a claim or what have you, and the person was totally cool, and they're giving me a refund. So, but I do have the number 3, the red band coming. It should be here tomorrow. I love that blue. That blue looks so cool. So
Nice.
I'm pretty pumped about that. But all right, anything else, Aaron? What do you got coming up besides? Well, what do you got coming up, Aaron?
Oh, so for Saturday on the Mighty Mel V channel, we're doing a "How May We Help You" sell. So I will have comics for sale since all my stuff will be a little bit more organized, or at least all my comics in one room, so I can pull stuff. I plan to pull a lot of Wolverine and Deadpool stuff I have, where it's either duplicates or just tough to find books. Books I had fun hunting out in the wild and stuff like that. So
here's the link, guys, for his sale. It looks like Lucas already posted it. Is in waiting mode, so that is the link for the actual sale for Aaron and those guys on Saturday. How may we help you? And if you guys want to watch any of his playbacks or rewinds, they're actually really good. They're funny. It's like watching one of these shows, but you actually get a chance to buy comics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Mel will be there. International Comics Josh, Lucas, and Ninth Wonder.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So full lineup. So it should be fun.
Igor says they all in Yee's eBay store. He's talking about the new.
Except there's nothing but cards in there right now. I added more cards too.
Oh, nice. I got to check out your store. I'm not following you. Yeah, so here's the link. Make sure you guys bookmark that link, or at least if you're not subbed up to Mighty Mel V's channel, highly suggest. Good guys over there, been longtime friends, and they do a show on every Friday called It's Drunken Chat. Now they're doing the Saturday claim sale. It's called How May We Help You? Do you guys just do claim, or do you guys do auction too?
It's just claims for now. So what it is, each person gets like 5 minutes.
Gotcha. Lefteros in the house. I would say Lefteros, but Lefteros in the house. What up, Lefteros, aka shut up. I was wondering, I was thinking about you, like in the middle. I was like, man, I hope Lefteros is going to show up in the chat today. I've been away for a while. So Wookie Fodder 80 says Mel V claims he is coming back to the show. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. I'm a watcher, baby. I'm a watcher. Love me some Mel content. Dude is a good dude and he's funny. So yeah. Either way works. Either way works. Lefteros or Lefteros. Very cool. I guess Lefteros is kind of like the exotic way to say it. No. All right, guys.
I say tomato. You don't say tomatoes when you order those?
Or potato. Can I have a baked potato? What? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Double click the notification bell to all so you don't miss any content forthwith. And this show is sponsored by Gemini Comic Supply. Make sure you're using Gemini Comic Supply for all your slab mailers, raw books, magazine size or normal size, doesn't matter. Use Popcorn99 for 10% off. There's a bonus code, SSP99, like super short print. You'll get 10% off for your buddy. Yeah, that's it, guys. We really appreciate you. We'll be back next week and working on some other stuff. But make sure you have your notifications on. And the giveaways. The giveaways are going out. I just started doing the shipping labels today from that Thursday show. I'll let you guys know, if you're not aware, my dog is super sick. He's been in my life since he was 6 weeks old. He's going to be 17 years old in October. So it almost feels like a piece of me is missing when he's going to be gone, or it feels like a piece of me is sick when he's sick. So I'm going a little slow, but they're coming. And I'll get with you in the next 2 days and give you the tracking numbers and stuff. And Leftero says, gonna have to catch that replay, but love these streams. Okay, appreciate you. I'm having a whatnot sale. Make sure you're following Spec Media. You guys, with me, I just do stackers and I make sure, like, you know, your $10 is you're getting $20 worth of $25. You know, I'm going to be giving away some pretty big books, probably for very low price. I'm not a whatnot guy, but I have to do some stuff because Frankie we're going to try one more time to save his life. He needs dialysis, and then he has to have a massive tumor that's about the size of a softball that's in his spleen right now, or he's going to die. It's going to blow up and he's going to die probably in the next 3 weeks. So I'm trying my hardest to get that done. And on top of that, I want to start over on my comic book collection. So Manny, the comic collector in the house, he says, yesterday on eBay, I tossed an offer for $40 for Extreme Venomverse for $1 and $25, and seller countered at $48. I passed. Seller original price was $70. Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Wait.
Thank you for
That's
that, Manny.
what it was. My bad, Manny. Who dropped those pictures? Maybe it was JC Comic Stuff that dropped the pictures in the chat.
Oh,
I can't remember. I'll have to look.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. From Aaron and I. Thank you. Take care, everyone.